So the other day I put a rooftop tent on my car, right there. That's from RoofNest, and I like it. I really haven't gone camping yet, but I will be soon. But today, the question I'm sure a lot of people have is, what is the range hit on having that on the car? So that's what we're gonna do today. It's a range test with the rooftop tent on, and then I'm gonna come back, take it off, because right up here, I have a mount that I'm gonna put up here. I had to move my lights, but I'm gonna have a lift so it's not on the car all the time, but we're gonna test it today with it on, and then tomorrow we're gonna test it with it off. Now for the weather conditions. It's Sunday today, and it is 11:30, and it's 52 degrees. There is a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind out of the northeast. We're gonna be traveling up north. I think it's about 50 miles total, so we're gonna go up 25 miles back. So the wind should kind of cancel itself out, but tomorrow is gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same temperature-ish, and it's supposed to be 10 to 15 mile an hour winds tomorrow without the rooftop tent. So it should be pretty good. This is not scientific, I'm not a scientist, but we're just going to see what it's going to be like, because I'm going to be traveling across the country with this thing, and I'd like to know, can I pass superchargers? Do I have to drive 55? So we're going to drive 70 miles an hour. I'm going to put it on autopilot, climate control at 70, and 70 with air conditioning, or the climate on, not just the vent, but 70 miles an hour. Hopefully there's not that much traffic, and it's going to be kind of like normal driving. I got my snacks, got some water, and you can hear it's windy. I don't know if you can hear the doors moving, but it's kind of windy. But it's gonna be the same tomorrow. So let's go. So I've renamed a trip. This is the RoofNest Tent. This is with it on. We're going to hit reset. Actually, I'm gonna hit reset as I start to move out of the driveway, so we're not sitting here with the heat going. We're at 70 degrees on auto. It's, well, it's nice outside. I grabbed my nuts, got my drink, got the tent. So let's go. So we got up to speed, we're at 70 miles an hour. I'm surprised this thing is not as loud as I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't really move too much. Autopilot is just fine. And 70 degrees, 70 miles an hour. Oops, I had my heated seat on to begin with. That's gonna hurt a little bit, not much. But it's just gonna be a boring ride now. Wondering if I should attach a light to the front of this thing. Not sure. Let me know what you think. All right, day 2. Just reset the trip computer, and I'm leaving my development now. And the tire pressure is about the same, 37, 38 up front, 37, 36 in the rear. It's 57 degrees, but it is a little less windy today. So that's gonna be affecting this. Should make this a little bit better than normal. The tent is off the vehicle, and I'm gonna drive pretty much just like I did yesterday. I'm gonna try to keep it the same way. I'm gonna save you the boring trip and just kind of get to the end. So a 62 watt-hour per mile difference between nothing, well, just my big wheels and tires, and the rooftop tent, which is actually right here. I have it hanging here. Show you guys that video a little bit later. I didn't film installing it because there's instructions when you buy the thing, but I'll show you how it works and everything in another video. But 62 watt-hour per mile difference, that is, I got a headache right now. So what is the math on that? But I'm really surprised, 399 watt-hour per mile. I was expecting a little bit higher than that with the rooftop tent. So I'm actually very pleased. I thought it was gonna be 450, 470-ish. With the roof rack that I built before, it was actually quite high because there was a lot of wind resistance, because I had I had that extruded aluminum on there, but I had multiple layers of that and I was compounding the drag. There's really nothing except for that front end that is continuing or compounding the drag, or there's only that front edge. It's a bigger piece, but it actually flows a lot better. So I'm super pleased with that. What I did today was actually better watt-hour per mile than I normally get my average on the car. And I am a little hard on the car. I mean, it is a performance and I use it like that. This is great news. We're not gonna be using a ton of energy going from supercharger to supercharger. So, I mean, yes, there's gonna be more gear in there and I could pump the tires up. You know what, I might do another run. Let me pump the tires up and I might do another run. I might put that at the end of this video. Actually, I'll add that to another video showing you how to get the right tire pressure for your specific vehicle, especially if you're doing this kind of stuff to your car, lifting it, putting big tires on it. You can't go by manufacturer specs anymore. So again, I'm super pleased with the tent. I'm super pleased with the efficiency on it. Yes, a lot of people aren't gonna say, well, that's not efficient. I get 200 watt-hour per mile. That's great. I don't drive like a grandma. I'm not trying to get the best watt-hour per mile. Even with this tent, even with this trip, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just going for what I like to do. I like to drive. I like to drive a little fast. I like to enjoy the car. You don't buy a Tesla, well, most people don't buy a Tesla to barely drive it, to barely use the power. You get a performance to use that. And again, this is a performance. Lifted with big tires, knobby tires. They stick out a little bit, so there's even more drag. Again, it's lifted. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more coming with camping, with getting ready to go camping and my trip across country. I am super excited. Hopefully you are. Subscribe to my channel. Stay awesome. Stay positive. And I'll catch you on the later. I'll catch you on the later, or I'll catch you later. I'll catch you on the next one. You know what I meant. Hey, someone do the math for me, by the way. I don't feel like doing it. Thanks. See ya.